this is our money at the end of the day, and it's as if the banks are treating us with absolute disdain for wanting us to access it.
Let's kind of do a little bit of a deeper dive here. Where did this whole thing really originate from? And I know that you're very well versed on like the WEF, the World Economic Forum, everything that just took place over there recently. Break that down for me a little bit. Like, is there any overlap between what I'm seeing in Australia right now and what they were talking about at the World Economic Forum?
Oh yeah, complete overlap. What it really boils down to, it's a school of thought that's existed for well over 100 years, and basically that you could create this utopian society under a one world government. Plato referenced it. There was like these phases of people who tried to work towards that, and the latest phase, the Rockefeller family started the Trilateral Commission that was trying to work towards it, and then the WEF is the more public-facing face of that. And so the UN and the WEF are kind of working hand in hand to push this through. So what the UN did recently is they started what was called the Net Zero Climate Initiative. So that's where ESG comes in. So the Net Zero Asset Managers Initiative is $70 trillion worth of asset managers like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. They all made a pact saying they would invest strictly in companies that are ESG friendly. So think about it, what does that do? So people wonder, why is it that companies are going woke? Why is it they're afraid to make statements that are controversial, do policies that are controversial?
Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us.
Well, it's because these companies, these asset managers, they have the ability to starve out these companies from capital. So think about when you control $70 trillion worth of money, you have to invest it somewhere. A company like Bud Light, they could piss off the public and the sales could tank by 90%. But if the flows from BlackRock and the others still keep going steady to that company, then they'll be all right.
Wow, okay. And that makes a lot of sense, because surely some people, when they watch that whole debacle, were thinking, are they completely out of their mind, like alienating their audience? But at the end of the day, follow the money talks, right?
Yeah.
If you kind of had to analyze it, what this means specifically for Australia, because everything is phases of implementation. They can't just roll out a one world government all at once, right?
Right.
When it comes to Australia going cashless and talks about this happening, what do you see being the consequences that can come from this? What is this leading up to?
Yeah, so that's their playbook. It's that they go fast, slow, slow, and they gauge the reactions from it. And the government's constantly looking at the metadata. They'll give a statement and say like cashless society, and then they'll see how people react on social media. If there's complete outrage about it, they'll go and back up a little bit, slow. But then if there's not a lot of outrage, fast. And the consequences of it, as stated in the Bank of International Settlements, they say that it's going to be programmable and tokenized, meaning if you do what they want you to do, make the purchase they want you to do, like electric cars, vegan food, maybe the bugs they want you to eat, then you get a tax break. But if you buy a diesel truck, if you buy steak, you go past your meat limit, then bad, very bad, you get taxed.
A central bank digital currency is the ultimate tool of control. And of course, there are other confected crises, and the government's proposed solutions, they're all designed to assert their authority and undermine your autonomy.